Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to another episode of an honestly very hard challenge. In the last episode, our awkward baby returned to us in the form of a batwing torkoal. He actually kind of surprised both Adeline and Aqua too. He came pretty much out of nowhere. We figure he probably fell from a tree or something, maybe injuring his other batwing, so he can't really fly anymore. But we're also thinking that he probably came from this island over here. In fact, if Adeline and Aqua asked him where his family was, I think he would probably point them in this direction. So maybe they'll make a promise to bring him back to his family. Granted, who knows if his family is still around. They could have gotten swept away just like he was, and given his weather prediction skills, which are unfortunately being tampered with by the Bandit brothers. I wonder if maybe that's going to have a role to play in his past too. Since he's supposed to be able to predict storms coming, maybe it was actually a storm that knocked him out of his tree. Maybe he fell right into the ocean and the current was so strong that he was swept up right against the shore. And he might even think that it's his fault for not warning his parents fast enough. Right now, even though it said that in 2 days it was going to rain, since we restarted the game, now it's only going to be sunny. So I wonder if he's still thinking that the rain is coming. And since he doesn't want that situation to happen again, he would request that everybody take shelter before they go. So until the storm passes, they'll stay beneath one of the trees. Maybe we could even have them come back here to meet with Celestite and Comet again. Comet is actually getting pretty close to the end of his lifespan, so it would probably be a good idea for him to spend some time with his kids. So I think that's what we'll do, especially since the coconuts seem to be missing at the moment. Let's have Awkward jump up here. We'll have him tear his way through the grasses as best as he can anyways. Aqua, you should probably make him a path. We'll have you go ahead and clear out the weeds, and then he should be able to stumble into the clearing. Celestite is probably going to be quite shocked to see this kid. He is like nothing they have ever seen before. The antennas, for one, are completely new to this tribe. They've taken the savannah horns to be a symbol of the prophets here, but the antennaed creatures were our very first oracles. So he must come from a very, very ancient line. I guess that's probably why everybody is so excited to meet his parents. I wonder if Aqua and Adeline will even find anybody else who wants to go on the journey with them. For now, let's bring Adeline up here too. We'll have her clear away at the grasses as well, just so Longshot can get through. He's probably staying here just on the off chance he can grab one more of those coconuts. I guess the acorns will probably do just as well though. And is that another little bunny hopping through the grasses, Comet? You go ahead and pick that off for your mate, okay? You guys actually have another baby on the way. We'll have Celestite do her best to pick up every last acorn that she can, as she lights up the way toward even more bunnies. Have they all descended from the Forbidden Clearing? Like, are the bunnies trying to send us a message from there now? Maybe they're the true spies while Jericho is still away. He's trying his best though. It might be slow going, but he's going to get some information out of somebody here if it's the last thing he does. I think he would probably have a better chance getting information out of Mars at the moment, especially since he's on a mission of his own right now. We'll have him stop for a quick bite to eat. Just a few extra berries for the road, because who knows what he's going to meet in the darkness over here. In the last episode, we actually saw one of the bluebirds try to steal some sort of meal over here. So Nicole really wants to see what they're dealing with. And I also remembered, this was actually where we found Adeline. So if anybody's out here, I wonder if they would actually be connected to her and her family. Her missing family. We assumed they had all passed away. So Mars, let's have you take one more step. Well, the Dodomingos are alive and well. Oh, do you think maybe one of the Dodomingos passed away? Oh, Nicole, you are getting a little bit paranoid, little one. Jumping even at Dodomingos now. She would be so embarrassed if she knew. She's just trying to do what she thinks is best for her family, though. After all, if there was another killer bear hyena out there, that would be a good chance for her next baby to prove themselves too. At least, if they actually survive. So we're going to have you go ahead and munch on the healing fruit on this turn. Let's have Stone jump over here so he can grab this bunny though, because I know you're not going to let him miss that. Then just in case that other bunny scoots a little bit closer, let's have you jump over this way, grab one of those healing fruits, and then finally place your nest down. It looks like the peaceful bear has even gotten a little bit closer too. I wonder if maybe he'll come right over to the nest on the next turn. That would be very, very fortunate. Oh, look at that stone. You even have some extra little roots to dig up as well. Hopefully that bunny meat will be good luck, though. You know that Nicole is going to be fed, so hopefully she'll be strong enough. Now, Jericho. Let's actually have you follow in the Dodomingo's shadow. The Dodomingos were leading you in the right direction before, so maybe you're hoping they'll do the same now. Yep, plenty of Dodomingos between you two. I guess it's going to be kind of like a repeat of what happened with Aqua and Adeline. Maybe the Dodomingos are going to bring these two sneaky souls together. Now, as the bunnies continue to hop circles around our one lonely healing fruit over here, you better keep your eye on them, Celestite. Maybe we should have you jump down from the throne for now? We'll bring you over here to grab an extra bunny snack. And I guess that comet can sit up here instead. It would probably even help if Acadian jumped over here to take down some of these bunnies too. But I don't think he's ready to make the journey yet. For starters, Sheba's still a little bit too tired. She is resting as well as she can inside the nest over here. And I think we're going to leave the weeds right over the nest for now too, just in case. Who knows if the danger is over after all. I guess we'll have her scoot back a little bit. Oh, revealing another nest too? Oh, excellent. Too bad that's not a normal berry bush because that would be the perfect thing for you. Maybe we should actually have you swap places with Acadian on the next turn. He can grab a few of these berries for his Bergina friend, but it's certainly not the same. I wonder if maybe she would tell him to go hunting with his new friend. If we bring him back here for now, maybe the Bergina will follow him. We'll have to make sure that we're sticking very, very close, though. Oh, and even better? Oh, we actually have healing fruits out here, too. Interesting. So this could actually be another excellent base. The only problem is we don't really have one of the oak trees over here. The closest one is the one way over here in the darkness. Maybe that's the deity's way of leading him slowly over to his own little settlement. I mean, I feel like he's probably going to strike off on his own pretty soon. He was given a pretty terrible omen from Morganite. She thinks that her visions have basically put this dark cloud of misfortune over his head. Thanks to that skull marking on his face, she knows he must be connected to Moon Eye, so anybody near him will risk death too. And I guess with that awful prediction out of the way, she can actually turn back to the main part of camp now. Maybe she could lend a hand with this bunny infestation. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do anything for the fish, though. Let's have you jump down here, just so you don't accidentally get tangled in all that algae. And we'll have you return right to Celestite's side. I think she's going to be very happy to hear that her son is okay. Being alive is all that matters to her. So go ahead and tear away at some of that algae over here so nobody else gets stuck either. Maybe that's even part of the vision that she saw. And then I think we should be all set to skip the day. So today, of course, we are going straight back here to Nicole to see if this baby is actually going to survive. The last one wasn't so lucky, so all we can do is cross our fingers here. Oh. And it looks like it worked. Oh, a lovely daughter who just so happens to bear that very same tail. Alara? That's actually a very beautiful name, too. The scorpion tail, those gray horns. She is very strong. Just the sort of baby that you were hoping for. A 5 in strength means she can actually defend herself and take that war straight to the Berginas. So you know you've made the right choice now, Nicole. Ooh, but how is her fertility? Okay, a 2 in fertility. So at least she's not completely infertile. Well, Nicole, let's bring you over here, and as Stone goes ahead to gather up some of the extra little roots that he found before, let's have them breed again since Nicole is so close to the end of her lifespan. She's not going to have much time left to actually have any more babies. Hopefully we can breed them on this turn. There we go, the last one worked. Now, one of you actually had a really good idea for her babies, kind of like a theme that we could follow. And if not in name, then I guess just in personality. Each of her babies could represent a different deadly sin. In Nicole's case, I kind of feel like she represents pride, maybe? Like, I guess greed could work, and wrath probably could too, but pride seems to be the main thing that drives her character. So that begs the question, what do you think little Alara is going to grow into? What do you think is going to govern her as she grows? Do you think maybe she's going to have an ill temper? If a wrath is the force driving her, then maybe she's going to be the one chasing off Berginas in the future. Any Bergina baby who just so happens to stumble into their territory. Well, looks like everything is okay as far as dangers are concerned. And it also looks like our little baby Bergina is actually following you, Acadian, so he definitely doesn't want to leave you all on your own. Not to mention, it looks like he may have actually caught one of these bunnies for you. He must have pinned him down so you could see him. We'll bring Sheba over here so she can pick up that meat and collect a few extra berries for you guys too. So she must be feeling a little bit better. She's definitely strong enough now to actually move beyond the nest, though I don't think she's going to be able to make the journey across the stream just yet. Oh, and I just noticed our peaceful bear has actually turned his back on our tribe mates. So he has no interest in protecting these babies anymore. He can probably sense that wrath around her too. So I guess we won't be paying him anytime soon. Not unless he somehow makes his way all the way up here to our other camp. But that is a very, very long way for one peaceful bear to travel. I think they are a little bit slower than most of the other creatures here. So, Jericho, let's have you keep tiptoeing into the grass. I guess Mars would probably stumble his way straight out to the clearing over here. Oh my gosh, and that was actually the issue, wasn't it? We probably had some Dodongo's over here just taking up the nest, and they must have passed away. Well, Mars, it is a very, very meager meal, but at least it's something for you to take back to Nicole. If you're going to go back to her at all anyways. And I guess that means this is Jericho's chance, given that he's so on edge right now, searching for some sort of danger out here in the clearing. I kind of feel like maybe Jericho should bring a peace offering. Are there any little bunnies hopping around here? I mean, I'm sure you haven't saved a single piece of bunny meat from before, so you would have to catch something new. I guess that means for now you'll have to lie in wait, just to see if this creature in the distance is truly somebody you can trust. I wonder if maybe he could even swoop in to save him, if perhaps he noses around too curiously at this termite mound. It is one of the red ones, so he would need somebody to pick the termites off of him. That could be a good way to gain his trust. Oh my gosh, and I just noticed. Oh, awkward, you have your third and final gem. Oh, he was actually a lot older than I thought he was. Almost fully grown when he was swept away by the storms. Interesting. Well, tomorrow is going to be the second day, so tomorrow is the day that he's expecting the rain to finally come. You know, one day it's going to be sunny, so he must be pretty frightened right now. Let's have him go ahead and help the rest of the creatures here collect the acorns, then he could take shelter right underneath the branches of this tree. Of course, we'll make sure that everybody is following him too. Long shot. Oh, it looks like you don't have a single coconut down here to collect. But we're not going to let you stay here any longer. I'm sure that Adeline would probably push you forward. We'll have you stumble your way through the grasses too, sitting down right next to Awkward. And I guess you could use this opportunity to knock down some of the acorns for him. You can show your stuff for all your new tribe mates too. He's probably never been near a family so big before. It's a little bit overwhelming, but it's also just up his alley. I guess he is kind of a ham. Not as bad as Romeo, but still. He just wants to show the tribe that he's up for any challenge. And I suppose all the noise would probably snag Morganate's attention. And instead of looking at Longshot, she's going to be staring directly at this bat-winged creature in front of her, with those beautiful glowing antennas and everything. That is going to be quite the shock. Let's have her scoot over here so she can settle down right next to his side and maybe start questioning him or something. I could see her just bombarding this poor creature with questions. Where'd you come from? What's your name? Does your family all have those antennas too? And poor Awkward. The awkward baby that he is. I can see him getting flustered very, very easily. He would probably try his best to hide his injured wing from her too. He'd probably try to hide that from everybody. Maybe it's only Aqua, Adeline, and Longshot who truly know. But as he fumbles shyly with all the acorns beneath the oak tree, he'll try his best to answer all of the questions that she asks him. So, Comet, I suppose we should probably bring you over here to pick up the bunny meat. We'll have you two shuffle roles again. Gotta make sure that all of these acorns are being collected after all, so just keep watch on the outskirts of the territory for now. I suppose we could even have you hop over here on the stump. Probably watching for your son, in fact. We'll have to make sure that Jericho makes his way back before he passes away. Not even for the information, but just so they can reunite. Comet is probably getting really worried now. And now all that should be left is Adeline and Aqua. You know, your mission has really taken a very strange turn. You haven't found a single clown coin this entire journey, but you've somehow found two brand new friends. Two kids that you and Addie have kind of decided to take care of together, despite having no idea what either of you are doing. But as to not upset Awkward, let's make sure that both of you are taking shelter beneath the tree too. Or at the very least, as close as you can possibly get. I mean, I guess we could bring Aqua over on this side, but let's have her settle down next to Addie for now. We'll have her pick up the grasses around here just to help out her parents too. Oh! And yet another healing fruit? Led down here by the pathway of roots again. Yeah, there are definitely some deities at play. They definitely want you two to get over here to that other oak tree. How curious. Well, we should be ready to skip the turn now. And since Awkward desperately believes that this is going to be the day the storm comes, I think he's going to be pretty shocked in the next turn. Hopefully we won't have any Berginas though. No growls in the distance. I saw our friendly Bergina doing a little dance over there. He must have been going after some bunnies. But other than that, everything looks okay. No true dangers for us to chase out the tribe, and not a cloud in the sky either. He must be feeling quite a bit like his namesake at the moment. Very, very awkward and very, very silly. But he was just so sure that he could sense a rainstorm coming. And now it feels like he was chasing after a lie all along. Like he was just chasing ghosts this entire time. So now, flustered beyond belief, the poor guy would probably glance timidly over his shoulder at Aqua and Adeline. I guess it's okay for us to move on now, because it doesn't look like any storms are coming after all. I must have gotten something mixed up. Maybe I just hit my head too hard when I fell. I guess a long shot would probably give him a nice quick pat on the shoulder, like, don't worry, you'll get in next time, buddy. We still believe in you. Because otherwise I'm sure he's afraid that Awkward is just going to sink through the floor with embarrassment. It makes me wonder if perhaps Morganite can sense something though. Even though he's so quick to shake this off, she's probably sensing that something is going on with him. Maybe she can even sense the bandit brother's presence herself. Let's have her go ahead and grab this bunny though, since he's right behind her, just kind of like offhandedly catching that bunny as she stares Awkward down. And now's her chance to make her decision too. Of course, she's definitely going with him. She's not even leaving that up for debate. She's going to go with him too because she wants to see his homeland. If there's any chance that his parents or his siblings have those antennas as well, then she definitely wants to learn more. And aside from that, she wants to watch his back, because she knows there is definitely some sort of trouble brewing with him. So go ahead and grab the last of the acorns over here. Maybe we'll have Addie go ahead and knock down a few more, just as like a little parting gift or something. She probably feels bad for taking all of the acorns on Celestite, and now it's off on the journey again. It seems like they were only able to stay for a little while, and it's probably really sad for Comet and Celestite to see their baby wandering off once more. But they know it's all for good reason. They're taking this kid back to his family after all, and they have to be proud of that. So down you go, Addie. You go ahead and clear out the pathways so everybody should be able to follow you. We'll have Aqua zip right ahead of you two, straight over to that healing fruit, of course. And you might as well shovel out the grasses around that as well. Who knows if we're going to need that in the future. It would be really, really nice if maybe there was a healing fruit over here too. There is quite a bit of grass, so there's a lot of potential for things to spawn. If not a healing fruit, then maybe a nest. Maybe even a termite mound. That would be pretty interesting if there was an omen over in that direction as well. Something that only Morganite would be able to sense. Well, Morganite and Aqua and Adeline, all of our prophets, but maybe not our oracles. So let's see. Acadian, do you have any more bunnies over here? You're doing a pretty good job of intimidating them away from this berry bush at least, and that's always a very, very hard thing to do. The friendly bear Yina seems to be a teenager now, but I'm sure he's probably going to grow up soon. Soon he'll be old enough to do his own exploring, and then you'll be all on your own. Still not sure if you would take that to be such a bad thing though. At least then he wouldn't risk putting anybody else in danger. And right now he's probably even worried about his bear Yina friend too. Now let's bring Comet over to the stump over here. Okay, little bunny. Go ahead and grab that for an extra snack as well. Oh, and look at this, Jericho. This is your chance. Jump over here, grab that bunny, and pick up the bunny meat. That way you have a little peace offering to give to Mars. Just something small to show that you're no threat to him. Something quick to show that you want to be friends. Mars has to be a very reserved creature, just from all the time that he spent under Nicole's watch. He knows better than to trust immediately, so I think it's still going to be a little bit tricky to work past that stony exterior. I guess for now, let's have him come over here to clear out some of the grass. Ooh, let's have you hide away. I wonder if maybe hunting bunnies together would be a good way to do it. Like if he's not going to accept the bunny meat on his own, maybe one that you help him catch would be a bit of a better meal. Now I think all that we have left is Nicole over here, right? Well, aside from Celestite, but I guess she can stay there for now. We might even have her try to pop some of the roots. Yeah, we don't have any creatures over here with the digging paw. Stone is the one and only with the digging paw, actually. I wonder if maybe one of his kids is going to inherit that too. That'd be nice. Maybe they're even going to be on the greedy side of the spectrum. But of course we're going to have to give you the silver gems. Silver just like your mother. I would imagine that would be a much more powerful influence, no matter how fiery Stone's gems are. So despite the baby on the way, you certainly have a lot to teach your brand new daughter. Let's have you pull her out of the nest. I can't imagine that you're going to let her just laze about no matter how young she is. Training has already officially begun. Stone can't really argue either. It was kind of how he was raised too. Granted, his mother did coddle him a little bit in the nest, but for the most part, he was out and about chasing bunnies as soon as he grew a second gem. So he probably actually quite enjoys the fact that Nicole is spending so much time teaching her. That means she's going to be strong, and that means no bear Yinas are ever going to stand in her way. So that should be the end of our turns. I guess one more time, let's go ahead and skip the day. We'll go back here to our traveling buddies working their way down the shore, just to make sure that nothing is going to bar their path. So far, so good. Yep, so far, so very good. Oh, Acadian. It almost looks like the friendly bear Yina is trying to block you. Oh, I know, Vime. He doesn't want you to go out alone. He can sense all the trouble you're feeling. So I guess as Acadian was trying to sneak out of Sheba's watch, the friendly bear Yina just completely put his foot down. You are not going anywhere without me. And now that he's fully grown, he's pretty intimidating too, so I think you're going to have to listen to him. Well, at least you have yet another nest over here. Gosh, just nest after nest on this side of the stream. Yeah, it really does seem like somebody is trying to urge you in this direction. I hope you're going to find some more healing fruits out there. I wonder if maybe Sheba should try to clear out the one we found over this way. That would be a good thing to bring back to her tribe mates too. She only has 9 days remaining on her lifespan though, so she's going to have to be careful. We'll bring her down here, right next to the rock, and then I think in the next turn she should be close enough. So in the next episode, I hope we'll be able to bring Awkward over to his old childhood home. I'm sure that Morganite is hoping that too. She is very, very excited to see where he used to live. But maybe more than that, she's excited to unravel his mystery too, to see if she can figure out what's left him with this curse. Maybe if Awkward is lucky, she'll even be able to help him dispel the curse entirely. And then maybe his weather prediction skills will be up to par again. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!